Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Magic and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about some more possible leaked Black Ops 3 Zombies information. This information is from the same Call of Duty insider that I mentioned in my previous video, and this insider has been leaking information about the game even before it was officially announced, and most, if not all, of the information he has leaked has actually turned out to be correct. Now with that in mind, the information in this video might just be correct as well. So today we'll be talking about the perks and the Pack-a-Punch systems that are going to be in Black Ops 3 Zombies. So first off, I have a list of all the perks that are known so far in Black Ops 3 according to this source. So Juggernog will be returning in Black Ops 3 along with Speed Cola, Quick Revive, Double Tap, Mule Kick, Stamin-Up, and PhD Flopper. But PhD Flopper, according to the source, is going to be a little bit different. It will now cause an explosion when you slide as opposed to when you would dolphin dive before. The reason for this change is most likely because dolphin diving is not going to be in Black Ops 3. It's going to be sliding, so they switched it to sliding instead of dolphin diving. Now, with this, it's going to cost more money because dolphin diving was a little bit different. PhD Flopper worked in the past where you actually had to dolphin dive down a decline or off a ledge. You couldn't just dolphin dive and you would explode. It'd have to be on a decline such as a stairway or off a ledge. But with the slide ability, you most likely would just be able to slide anywhere and you will explode. So with that in mind, it's probably going to cost more because it's going to be a little more effective because you can use it absolutely whenever you want. Okay, so there's also one other perk that he mentions here, and it has not been named yet, and it's going to be a new perk. But he quotes it as assist, and this is what he says about it. It allows players to gain a 20% increase in points per action. So what he's basically saying here is that you're going to get more points for all the things that you do. So everything that earns you points, it's going to give you 20% more for everything. So rebuilding barriers regularly gives you 10 points per board that you reboard. It's going to give you 10% more of that 10 points. And also with every hit that you have on a zombie, it gives you 10 points. It's going to give you 10% more of that. And like every kill you get, I think you get like a 60-point bonus for every kill. So it's going to give 20% more of that 60-point bonus or whatever it is. He then goes on to state that these are the standard perks that will be coming to Black Ops 3 Zombies. However, there will be a small difference from the perks in previous Call of Duty titles. This year, each perk can be bought twice. Buying a perk will allow the player to obtain its benefits just like previous Call of Duties. However, buying a perk a second time will give the player a small advantage for that perk. These second perk buys are essentially pro perks. And then he goes on to state that second pro perk buys can only be unlocked after hitting a particular rank, and we'll talk about the ranking system a little bit at the end of this video. He also gives a couple examples of how the pro perks are going to work. So Juggernog increases a player's health from 100 to 200, making it so a player can withstand 3 zombie strikes, and then the 4th strike will make the player go down. However, when the player buys a Juggernog for the second time, Juggernog Pro, it will increase the player's health by 10% to 220 health. This might not seem significant, however, a player will withstand 1 extra zombie hit, so you'll no longer go down in that 4th zombie hit. It will now take 5 hits to go down with Juggernog Pro. And he also gives an example for Quick Revive. It allows players to revive fallen teammates 50% faster. However, when a player buys a Quick Revive Pro, it will allow a player to be revived 10% faster, plus the additional 50%. So it's going to be an overall 60% faster when you buy Quick Revive Pro. 10 to 20% increase of the second perk buy is standard throughout all the perks, and currently the second buy of these perks is double the cost of the price from previously. For example, if the Juggernog first buy is 3,000 points, it will be 6,000 points for the second buy. An interesting thing about here is that he says that Juggernog costs 3,000. I know he says it's a hypothetical situation here, but why would he say it's 3,000 when Juggernog generally costs 2,500? It's either he's hinting at the fact that Juggernog is going to be 3,000 now, or he's being really hypothetical, or he just really has no clue how much Juggernog generally costs. But anyways, moving on from that, although the 10% increase is a small advantage for the players, the increase in cost is to balance the new features. And he also states that each individual map will have 1 or 2 special perks per map. So, like we've seen in the past, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 maps, each new map would have a brand new perk introduced into them, so it's probably going to carry over the trend from those games into Black Ops 3. And the last thing I want to talk about in this video, guys, is the Pack-a-Punch system. So the developers are still going back and forth regarding Pack-a-Punching your weapons twice instead of once. However, if this does manage to be within the final game, For example, the Ray Gun Mark III first upgrade will fire red lasers, and the second upgrade will fire blue lasers. And Pack-a-Punching your weapon twice will be for visual effects and a slight increase in damage, not as big as a buff from the default weapon to a Pack-a-Punch weapon. Now, if you notice something that he said that was really interesting in here is the fact that he said Ray Gun Mark III. I'll probably cover that in a later video because I really didn't want to cover this video. I don't want to make this video too long. But he mentioned Ray Gun Mark III, so we'll talk about that in a different video. Now, it's probably not going to be like the second Pack-a-Punch from Black Ops 2, judging on what he says here. Now, the second Pack-a-Punch from Black Ops 2 actually just made it so it changed the visual effects of your gun. Your gun would get a different attachment or a different sight, etc. It didn't make the damage any more or less, and that's all that it did. However, in Black Ops 3, he states that it will add to the visual effects, so maybe you'll get a new camo, you might get a couple of new attachments, and you will get an increase in damage, which is going to be different than how Black Ops 2 Zombies double Pack-a-Punch system operated. And he also made one last statement about the Pack-a-Punch. He said that just like the perks, a second buy will be available, and you can only obtain the second buy after hitting a particular rank. So I can't really get into the ranking system quite yet because we really don't know anything about the ranking system. I'm pretty sure he hasn't leaked anything about the ranking system yet, but I think that is going to be his next leak. But the ranking system is probably going to be much more advanced than it was in Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2, it was rather simple, but no one really understood it. There was just like 4 ranks, and they just were different skulls, and the eyes lit up. I mean, really, it wasn't much of a ranking system. It was very vague, and no one really knew how it worked exactly. And really, we don't quite know yet how exactly the Black Ops 2 Zombies ranking system worked. I mean, to us, it kind of seemed really random, but Treyarch probably had something in mind. It just seems to vary a little bit. But I think Black Ops 3 Zombies is going to be really straightforward with a ranking system. There might even be numbers, so you might be ranked 1 through 50. Who knows, maybe you can even prestige. It's going to be a lot different than Black Ops 2 Zombies, and I can guarantee that. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button and subscribe if you're not done so already. Tell me what you think in the comment section below about this video. Anyways, guys, my name is Magic, and I'm out.